tuning in to Mental Massage. We feel that not enough people speak out about mental health. That's exactly why we chose to focus on that. Welcome to the first episode of Mental Massage featuring Swavy, the great but also humble. This show is brought to you by Dub Session and myself, the Vibe Provider. Tell us a little bit about what you do.
Alright, so I produce, write, studio sing with autotune, because when I sing live, it doesn't sound that good.
Come on now, I've heard you sing live.
I'm just saying, man, I gotta be honest with myself, man. But yeah, those are and play the keys, playing church, stuff like that. But just music, you know what I'm saying? Music and talk. I mean, to people, obviously. But yeah, like music and connect.
Okay.
So yeah.
Thank you for that. We brought you here today to talk about how that has helped you with your mental health. Like maybe through a vulnerable moment. Is that something you could share with us?
Yeah, for sure. So, for me, in my journey with like mental health, there be times where, so when I was younger, I looked for different ways to cope with like what I was going through. And each of those didn't work. Like I remember, I come clean 100% with everything. I used to like weight lift, right? So there was a point in time where like I used to put myself like over here, cause I was too scared to do it over here. So I was like, yeah, let me do it here, just see how I feel. And I did a meet. I was at like a weightlifting meet, and then like I took my jacket off, and then I went to what's that thing called, clean the jerk. I went to clean. I could just hear like the gas, cause the marks. I was like, I'm tripping. You know what I'm saying? So ever since then, I've been looking for ways to kind of like to I guess to quiet the talk. And it's not until, to be honest, until not even last year, this year, that I realized that there's no eradicating it, right? It's because it's a part of, at least for me, it's a part of me in my journey in this existence. So for me, I have to experience it. I gotta feel it, and then when it goes, I'll move on. But I can't like ignore it or feel like I could like make it go away, because it's gonna come back again. You know what I'm saying? So it's like a cycle. Everything is cyclical. You know what I'm saying? Like it's the same for me in my case. It's the same as like, I mean, this is a loose analogy, but the same thing. Like people die and people are born. You know what I'm saying? I get high, I get low. You know what I'm saying? It's super cyclical. So I'm cool with that. I accepted that. And that's what helped me cope with the acceptance of it. Yeah.
So then you just mastered it and like put it into your art form.
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit about how that affects you through your songwriting, because that's kind of like, I feel like songwriters are actors too, because you have to put yourself into different roles and different scenarios. So
yeah, no, 100%. So like with different things that I go through, like one thing I'm learning about myself, like it's really, my writing is most potent when I'm going through something, right? And as crazy as it may sound, that feeling of being hurt, I was just talking about this today, the feeling of being hurt or whatever gets addicted. The reason why, especially, at least for me, being a creative, because that's when the juices are flowing, that's when ideas are coming out, and that's where I guess I feel alive, right? So that feeling of being down gets addictive. But the way that I've been able to, like, what I go through, been able to kind of help me with that. It's like it's bittersweet. It's like a double-edged sword, because like it makes the writing super, at least in my opinion, super dope. But on the other side, like it's like, damn, yo, I gotta feel this for like 5-6 days, like damn, man, damn, son. But you know, like it's, I don't know, it's learning how to learning how to live with it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah.
I definitely can feel that.
Yeah.
What do you feel like are some other ways that you use, like maybe other hobbies that you've had that have helped you, like to help shape that energy? What are some things that you do?
This may sound a little wild, but whatever. Like just talking to random people, right? So I might go to Walmart, right? Going through like aisle, whatever, like get like some coffee and like sugar, whatever it may be. Might see someone with they might have Cinnamon Toast Crunch in their cart, like, yo, you got good taste. And another thing that I realized is when you in your mind so much, the acknowledgement or being acknowledged from someone else kind of like makes all that chatter like disappear, right? Because then it's like, oh, I'm just mind tripping on me right now. Like,
you're
yo,
present in the moment.
yeah, and it's like, oh, all this shit that I was hearing is just super bullshit. But the thing is, like, when it's super constant, it feels real, right? Like, even if you know it's not, it feels real. It feels like, damn, I'm not finna talk to this person because I feel like they don't want to talk. But that's, you know what I'm saying? That's the bullshit talking. That's the BS talking. But like, in all actuality, like, no, like they're responding off your vibe. So you might, well, at least for my case, I might be thinking like, nah, they're not gonna be responsive. But it's like, no, like your presentation is it's one that can't be responded to.
It is. It's a mirror effect.
Exactly. So yeah, that's one thing. I mean, it's cliche, but whatever. Like giving out the energy that I want to receive. So I go to warmer. Yo, Simon talks crunch. You got a good take. You know what I'm saying? Something random like that. Or it might be a cashier that like she just did her nails and she got sparkles and it's for naked and it's like yo I like the way you did your nails or like her edges look super dope and I start flirting or whatever. But it's not on some like I'm trying to brag, but it's off the like first of all I'm a flirt, like I love to flirt, like I love women. But I love the exchange. I love the
just giving that positive energy.
Exactly. And it's not even on some like she got to flirt back. You know what I'm saying? It's literally like the dance, you know what I'm saying? Like enjoying the dance, and when the dance is over, I don't want your Instagram, I don't want your number, none of that. Like I just want to dance. You know what I'm saying? So
that sounds like a song right there.
Come on, man. I'm trying to say I be writing. Okay. But, yeah, that's what it be. That's another thing I learned too. But that's from me and my journey. You know what I'm saying? Like it's still a lot that I have to learn, but at least those two I know for sure that like helps me get out of my mind. Because that's the main thing, getting out of my mind. You know what I'm saying? That's the most important thing, to live outside of my mind. Because it gets like, I don't know, it gets to a point where it feels like, damn, like, the more, and
overthinking.
Yeah. And what's it called? Idle mind is a devil's playground. So super true though. Super true. And by idle I take it as no one feeding you. You know what I'm saying? You not, like, your mind not moving, right? So, bro, if no one's feeding you, you're not interacting with people, and you only interacting with yourself, and you already know your ways and your sequences and stuff like that, like, bro, it gets super, like, it gets dangerous. It gets super dangerous. And then, bro, all it takes is one person to be like, yo, you want to do X, Y, Z, or yo, like, boom, I like this, or like, boom, like, or one of my little brothers would be like, yo, did you check the mail? Or yo, look at this dumb thing I seen on IG. And it's like, oh shit, all this shit I was thinking in my mind is just BS. It's just made up. You know what I'm saying? Poof. Just like that, it disappears. You see what I'm saying? So.
We overthink too much.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. Okay. But it's like, I can't even say overthink at this point. It's full. I don't want to say overthink, but it's like, it's what you're used to, what your mind is used to. Yeah, it's habitual. Yeah. So it's because I can't even say overthinking is bad, because if we didn't have overthinkers, then we wouldn't be able to transport 400, 500 people through the sky. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So I can't even say that. It's just knowing what thoughts are worth overthinking on. There we go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well said. I like that. Yeah. So back to like being in the fields, or like when you feel the happiest, what are like two songs that you say like you would go to, like when you're feeling down? Like what's one artist that you go to, or a song that you could give me
when I'm feeling down?
Like who's your go-to?
Yo, it's not a plug. I promise it's not a plug, but like I listen to my records. Like I promise it's not a plug, but it's like usually like it's something that I'm going through or went through. So because I wrote about it and I recorded it, like I listened to it to get in that vibe, to get in that like situation, and that helps me get out that situation.
Yeah, so it sits with you differently. Is there a song that you had like that you did want to plug in?
I mean, I ain't trying to plug like that, man, but so
but like so what's the record that you have? Like if I'm feeling down, what would you recommend? What's the regimen? I wouldn't recommend
my music, to be 100%. But if you are feeling down and you don't mind staying down until you get up, there's a record on my own, but it's like on like another name that I dropped. But it's what I'm saying, that record right there.
Okay. And so when I'm in like a happy mood.
Oh, talk to me.
Talk to me?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, it's definitely a vibe.
Yeah,
We definitely heard it.
yeah, for sure. Talk to me. Like that record was based on a true story, of course, but like a particular woman, like she had it's not a plug, I promise you it's not a plug, it's not a plug. But she had a situation, and I just felt like that situation was in the way of our situation, so just through conversation, let her know, whatever.
Shorty, come talk to me.
That's what I'm saying. And it got to where it got to, but respectfully, I left their situation where it was and was respectful to the whole situation. But yeah, that whole record was just like, yo, you know what's up over here. Not to say like I'm better than what's over there, but you know what's up over here. You know what I'm saying? So it's...
You know what's good.
Yeah. You play your cards how you want to, but just know this is a winning hand right here. You see what I'm saying?
You heard it, people.
Yeah.
The winner is right here. Thank you so much for having this conversation
Always,
with us. Thank you for willing to get vulnerable with us. I know it's not easy, but it's something that we all deal with. We all deal with our stress. We all go through things. No matter where you're at in life, you up here on the ladder or you down here on the ladder. We all going through it. It all affects us day to day. So, and we all need our outlets.
Yeah, that's right.
So thank you for sharing your outlet with us.
Yeah.
Alright, Swavy, let us know where we can find you at and where we can find your music.
Alright, so IG SW8 VY. That's on that. That's basically everything. Spotify, Apple Music, and then on Twitter, I'm working on changing it. But for right now, it's Made by Swavy, so MADEBY SWA, no 8 VY. I'm gonna change that real soon.
Follow now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes. All right, we're gonna cut to the part where we catch a vibe because you know I'm the vibe provider. So Swavy, what you got for us?
Man, it's a record I did with my boy Dabu. It's called "Talk to Me." So I'm gonna play that.
Hey.
Yeah. That other guy is in the way. Let me calm down and put my game on you. Running game like it's a race. Then again, I know you let it trace. So what you running back for? Feel like all the flies get slick. You won't go, just give me the green light. Oh, I know just what you're thinking, what you're feeling. Sex drive is a little image, I can hear it. Oh, baby. I feel it every time I'm around. Oh, you don't have to fight it. Come and talk to me. I really wanna talk to you. You have problems in your past, but baby, I'm your future. You can leave the west side, yeah. Oh yeah.
They gon' feel this one. They gotta feel this one. They gotta feel this one. It's a real problem.
Don't gotta rush and see where it goes, yeah. There's something on my mind. Looking out for love and it's obvious you can't find. No way. Let me just get one word from your mouth. Your voice, I can't help it. I'm telling you now, I see as a man. I feel it every time I'm around. Oh, you don't have to fight it. Come and talk to me.